Okay, so we are here once again with some more information about the current Roblox ban wave, as well as the mass accounts hacked as well. And basically what we're going to do today is show off different ways basically of making your account completely safe and completely secure. So let's just get straight into it. So the first thing you're going to need to do is have a verified email address, just for the fact that for a lot of these security things, it's going to need to go through your email. So I would highly recommend getting a verified email address. One thing you can do as well, just to make it a little bit more secure, is get a random new Gmail. I've made a random Gmail here basically, just like so nobody knows what the email is basically. And then you don't really have to, but again, it just kind of keeps your personal email address completely safe. So I just kind of have a random Gmail account linked to my email, just so then my actual email address doesn't actually get linked or leaked or anything like that. Now, the next thing you want to do is come into the security. Now, this is the most important part. So this is a two-step verification, and basically what this means is every time you come to log into your account, you're going to need a code that only you have access to. So there's two ways of doing this, through the Authenticator app or through your email. Now the email one is the easiest one. Literally you don't have to do any extra steps. Obviously I'm just going to turn mine off right now. Actually no, I'm not, because I'm not going to type anything in. But yeah, basically as you can see, the email one is really easy. If you have this off already and you turn this on, you don't have to do any extra steps. It just literally turns on. Obviously you're going to need to verify your email address, so make sure you do that first. However, once you have turned this on, you will get an email that basically confirms that your two-step verification is on, and it should more or less send that instantly. And then basically every time you come to log into your account, it's going to send you an email with a code, a 6-digit code that you will need to log into your account. So it's a really good way of keeping your account secure. Obviously, for people who are trying to get into your account, it is basically a massive long process of them trying to guess random 6-digit codes basically, which will take them forever, because every time you add in a new code basically, or a new number, it's more or less just going to make it impossible to guess. And they need to guess, like, I think it's like over a million, probably even a billion combinations more or less. It's a massive number that they need to guess basically. So yeah, it's going to be really secure. Obviously you only have the access to your email address, so only you can get these codes basically. So it's a really good way of keeping your account safe. Now another one as well is the Authenticator app. Basically once you turn this on, it will ask you for your password. Obviously then you just kind of go into that, and then it will show up with a QR code basically that you need to scan on the Google Authenticator app. I would highly recommend using the Google one, because obviously it's the most secure one. And I'll just show a logo as well of what that app looks like. I'm pretty sure it's available on all sorts of smartphones and stuff, so really easy to do. But yeah, basically once you've installed the app, scan that QR code. It will then basically show up a 6-digit code on your phone, and then you type that code in, and then it will basically automatically enable that Authenticator app two-step verification. It is a little bit more awkward to do and set up, so if you aren't exactly if you don't want to do all of those steps basically, or you don't really know what you're doing, I would highly recommend just using the email one, because it is really easy to do and it is still just as safe as well. However, when you do come to use the Authenticator app basically, it will ask you again for those 6-digit codes, and what you can do then is just go onto your phone, go onto the app. It will then show Roblox basically, and it will say like a random 6-digit code that has a 30-second timer basically. Put that code in, and again you're in your account. Another thing you could do as well, if you don't want to go through with your email or this Authenticator app every single time you log in, you can remember the device for 30 days. Now I would only do this if you have only trusted people using your computer, or it's only you using your computer. However, if you have strangers who use your computer basically, then I would highly recommend keeping this unchecked, just kind of making your account a little bit more secure. Now what you need to do as well is the privacy settings. Now these are very important for one reason. Now as of right now, with the ban wave, basically when you join these games, it forces your account to spam all sorts of dirty, disgusting and just terrible messages on these games basically. So to make sure that your account basically cannot chat whatsoever, turn on the account restrictions basically like this. As you can see, well, for some reason it says something went wrong, not really sure why. But yeah, basically once you turn this on basically, as you can see under communication, it is now completely turned off. you cannot message and no one can message you. You cannot chat, no one can chat with you. And the same with in-game chat as well, basically meaning that your account cannot be forced to type out random messages, meaning then you obviously can't get reported because you haven't talked whatsoever and you have not been able to be forced to talk. So this is a good way of basically making sure that your account is unable to chat, and it means then that you cannot get banned because you have nothing to get banned for. So yeah, make sure you are right now turning off your communication unless you are going into trusted games. Obviously, if you are going into trusted games that you know are safe, then you can turn these back on again. And just in case you don't want to come over here and constantly do all the account restrictions, you can turn these back to default or turn them off really quickly as well using this little drop down here. Really easy again, but right now I would keep yours off just to be completely safe. Now we have another important thing, and that is the parent pin. Now most Roblox players who are younger will come into this and think, I don't like listening to my parents, I don't need a parent pin. However, this should more be called something kind of like the settings security pin basically, because when you enable this, it means that your security settings and all of your settings need to have a code before they can be changed. So if I turn this on real quick, it will actually be asking me to basically create a code. So I'm just going to create a really simple code right now. If I was you, I would create a code that is secure, but also something that you will remember. So just kind of like something random, such as your goldfish's date of birth, basically something random like that. So if your goldfish was born on the 5th of November, it'll be 0511, just kind of something completely random. But once you go ahead and add this, it'll say your pin is now set, and you will need to enter this pin before accessing the settings page in future. So say we were to go back now to the privacy settings, and I was to turn my communication back to default, I get stopped and asked for a pin. Now obviously if I do not know this pin, such as I'm like a new player or a new hacker basically in your account, they will not know this pin because only you know this pin, and obviously then they need to go through and change this pin a couple times, whilst basically you are going ahead and actually coming into the security bit and signing them out, which again is a really useful feature. I would highly recommend it if you know that your account has just been hacked, come into here and force them to sign out basically. But yeah, basically once you have this setting kind of enabled, and you basically can't change anything until you put in this code. Once you've put in your pin basically, your account settings are now unlocked to change for the next 5 minutes, or you can automatically lock these by pressing this little lock up here. Boom, and then obviously I need to put this pin in again, or once it's already unlocked I can change this no matter what. But yeah, make sure you do have this pin on because it will make your account completely secure from now on. So yeah, these are some really good ways, just kind of recapping over them again. Make sure you do have a verified email, make sure you do turn on some form of two-step verification, and also make sure as well that your communication is off, and have a parent pin set where you can actually have a memorable pin but a secure pin as well. Now another thing as well, you might want to also change any cards that you currently have on your billing. This one is more or less for the parents. If you do have any of like your cards set on your kid's Roblox account right now, I would just highly recommend unsaving them, unsubscribing from the Roblox Premium just for now, just to keep them completely secure. But yeah, that is every single way right now to keep your account secure. Make sure you are doing these methods to make sure that you are not getting banned falsely, and you are also not getting hacked. And if you do get hacked, your account is still more or less safe. So yeah, really important you do all these methods. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.